Hey everybody, so I'm Emily and I'm going to be walking you through all your crafts. So we're going to have a series of 4 videos that allow you to do your 4 different crafts whenever you choose. At any time you can pause the video or rewatch a section of the video if you don't get the step, okay? It's all at your timing, your leisure, whatever you need, okay? So we're going to start with craft number 1. So you're going to take your craft number 1 bag, and inside you should have a bag of soil, a packet of seeds, 3 mini clay pots, a key ring, so a silver ring, and a string with 4 beads on it. Okay, your beads could be any color, so don't worry if they're not pink, it's okay. And we made sure they were mixed up, okay? What you're gonna wanna do is separate your pots. If they're stuck, go ahead and give them a little twist and pull, okay? They tend to just stick a little, but if you twist it and pull, they tend to come apart really easy, okay? So what we're going to be doing with these items is making a hanging flower pot. So you're going to have these 3 mini pots are going to hang one above the other, and then we're going to plant our flower seeds, okay? And then you're able to put it wherever you want in your yard. So go ahead and take your string, and we're going to take 3 of the beads off, okay? Because we're going to start with 1 on it. You're going to move that 1 bead towards an end, doesn't matter which end, and then we're going to use our shoe tying techniques. And we're just going to take our 2 strings, we're going to loop it and pull it through around that bead. So we want to secure that bead nice and tight. You want to do this 4 or 5 times to make a big knot, okay? So again, I'm going to do it a second time, wrap it around, pull it tight, a 3rd time, 4th time, and a 5th time. The reason you want this first knot to be super secure is because that's how your pot is going to stay on, okay? It's going to rest right on that nice big knot you just made, okay? So go ahead and take your first pot, and you're going to take the string and thread it through the bottom, okay? Once it's through the bottom, go ahead and pull it till it rests on that bead, okay? If it goes through, go ahead and make some more knots underneath it to make it stronger, okay? We're going to repeat that process again. We're going to take our next bead, and we're going to thread it through. But this time, we're gonna make the knot closer to this first pot we put on. So here, I'm gonna loop it around like my shoe and pull it through. But I wanna make sure my knot, as it comes down, my bead is in the middle of it. So if you hold that bead, your knot will go right around it, okay? So, and pull it tight. Again, go ahead and make 2 or 3 extra knots around it. So I'm gonna make a second one. And a 3rd one. And you wanna make sure that each time it comes close to being around that bead, okay? So now I have my next knot with my bead, and I'm gonna put my next clay pot on top. Remember, these pots do break, so you want to be very careful when we're handling them, okay? So my second pot sits right on top of that first one. Notice how there's space? That's good, okay? We don't want them to be right on top of each other. Now we're going to go ahead and do that same process a 3rd time. So go ahead and take your bead. If your end gets all gross, go ahead and spin it in your fingers so that you can thread it through, okay? Again, leave a little space and create your shoe tying technique around it. Make sure that bead is in the middle of your fingers and that when you pull it around, it's right around that bead. It's okay if one of your knots miss. Mine have before. So go ahead, do it a 3rd time. And place that 3rd pot right on top. My hand's getting gross, so I'm just gonna spin it and pull it through. So now I have 3 pots that are nice and hanging, okay? You can secure that last pot with this 4th bead, or we're gonna kind of hang on to it, okay? So our next step is gonna be, we wanna tie this nice hook on, okay? So we're gonna put our hook here, and just like we were doing before, is we're going to tie it around that hook. I want to make sure it's nice and strong, so I'm going to put my pots down so I don't break them, and do it 2 or 3 more times. So 2, 3. You don't need to, but if you want to take that last bead and put it on the end to decorate, you're more than welcome. We wanted to make sure you guys had an extra in case one got lost. So if you want to use it to decorate, just go ahead and tie it on and knot it up behind. So now you should be able to hang it from that hook, okay? They are going to spin, it's just the nature of the pots. So our next step is going to be to put soil in them, okay? This could get a little tricky in the sense that your pots are crooked. So your best bet is to try to stand them up as best as you can. Some are going to lean on the others, and that's okay. If one falls over, that's okay too. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each pot and we're going to take some soil and we're going to put it right in the bottom of each pot. Okay? You don't want to fill them too high because we need room for the seeds in the top layer. If you got chunks, go ahead and break it up in your fingers. You might want to do this step outside if you want to keep your table nice and clean, because as you can see, it tends to fall over and get all over, and that's okay. So I'm going to put a little extra here, a little there. Okay, once you have some soil in all your packets, go ahead and just cut off your side packet of seeds, and you're going to pour a couple in each layer. Okay, so open it up, and we're just going to pour a few in the first one. Gonna pour some in the second one. And then we're gonna pour some in the last one. Okay, it doesn't have to be even. You just wanna make sure each pot has some seeds. And then go ahead and you're gonna take more soil and kind of pat it down so that you have a nice, firm flower pot. Okay, you're gonna do that for each one to make sure those seeds are nice and secure. Again, you don't want them to be too full because you want the flower seeds to have room to grow, okay? Ooh. Be careful when you pull it up because it will try to dump on you. And then go ahead and either take a spray bottle or a cup and add a little bit of water in each pot and then hang it outside so that you guys can let it grow. Each day, watch it grow. If you send in pictures to the rec page, we're gonna end up entering your tickets so that you can end up winning a prize at the end, okay? So make sure you're constantly showing us your progress as you make your crafts, okay? Here's the end of video 1. Go ahead and do video 2 whenever you want. Have a good one.